A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English because it's so much fun. English education for you and everyone, so come along. Learn some grammar, learn a phrase, learn something new every day. Learn the A+ way. Hey, it's time to start the show. Are you ready? Good, 'cause here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English.
Hello everyone, welcome to A+ English. I'm Mike.
I'm Chickling.
And today it's day 2 of our interview with a Taiwanese soldier. That's right, we're looking at different careers, different types of jobs you might want to take on or have in the future. And this month it's being a soldier in the Taiwanese army. Now, Olivia, who is a member of the Taiwanese army, was answering some of our questions. We're going to get back to the interview in a minute. But first, we have our warm-up question. Here's a good one. If your country goes to war, would you want to protect it? Or would you want to fight for it? Would you be a soldier protecting Taiwan when Argentina invades?
Well,
Not likely.
For me, it's not a matter of wanting to or not. It's a matter of being able to or not.
Being able to or not, okay?
I'm not even strong enough. How can I even fight? I can't fight.
They have guns.
I don't even know how to use a gun properly.
Oh, well, that's a good point. Yes.
I think I'll just shoot myself.
You could shoot yourself or other people, and that, of course, would only help the bad guys.
Yeah.
So, all right, yeah. So, if you were able to get proper army training, would you say, all right, I know how to use my gun, I'm ready to go? Or would you say, oh, I think I'll stay back here and make soup?
If they run out...
Someone's got to make the soup after the war, after the fighting, right? You're hungry.
Maybe I can because I'm a good cook.
You could be a nurse or something?
I can be a cook.
You could be a cook?
I'm a good cook.
Okay, you'll say. So you would help the army, but in a non-violent kind of way.
Maybe.
You wouldn't want to fight, but working in a hospital or helping out, driving a truck in another way, you'd be okay with that.
It really depends. I mean, it depends on what kind of situation it is, but...
Well, that's kind of true, you know? I mean, if someone attacks your country, you might be more likely to go and help. But if your country's like, hey, we're going to go and attack those guys, you might say, I don't have a problem with those guys. I'm not sure I want to do that. So you're right, you know, the situation is important, but I guess if the country was being attacked, it would be good if we all could do something to help out and protect our country and the people in it, who of course we love very much. All right, let's take a break and then we'll be back to check out the rest of the interview.
Being a soldier in the Taiwanese army. Warm-up question. If your country goes to war, would you want to protect it?
What makes you happy in this job?
I meet many different people and learn from them. I can visit other countries too. It's all eye-opening.
What is good and bad about being a female soldier?
There's no big difference between male and female soldiers. The army is equal. The only difference is women are sometimes less physically strong.
Will all soldiers fight if a war happens here?
Yes, this is our mission. However, not all will be on the front line. We have different jobs, but everyone plays a role.
Do soldiers have any superstitions?
Different departments have different ones. For example, Navy soldiers don't turn over fish when they eat. Doing this is like turning the ship over.
All right, so here's another question. We've already talked about what Olivia does and what it's kind of like being a soldier. Now we're getting into the sort of why. Why did you choose to do this? Because it is kind of an unusual job, especially for a woman. And this question is, what makes you happy in this job? Or what do you get out of the job? How does this job fulfill you? That's another way of saying
Right.
it. Yeah.
对，就是为什么呢？这份工作会让你感到快乐呢？有什么东西
All right,
What makes
so,
you happy?
Yeah, exactly. When you wake up on Monday morning, are you in a good mood? And why? Why are you in a good mood? I get to go to work. This is why I like that. Well, Olivia says, I meet many different people and learn from them. True, the Army is made up of all sorts of people in society. And of course, she might meet soldiers from other countries, right? When they come here to practice and train and stuff like that. She mentions this idea of traveling. I can visit other countries too. It's all eye-opening. When something is eye-opening, it kind of makes your world bigger. It teaches you things. It gives you experiences that are new and special, experiences you haven't had before.
所以这个 eye opening 什么东西打开你的眼界了。所以文章说了 Olivia 她说她可以遇到很多不同的人，而且可以跟他们学习，也可以拜访其他国家，总是可以让她大开眼界。那我们看一下复合形容词，名词加上一个动名词，比如说 money saving tips，tips that teach you how to save money.
Okay.
或者是 time wasting job.
Oh, don't want one of those.
浪费时间的工作，或者 heartwarming stories.
Those are nice.
暖心的故事 or mouth-watering cuisine.
Ooh, I like that one.
Yeah, 令人流口水的料理。
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, and back to the questions. What is good and bad about being a female soldier? Because, of course, with almost anything in life, there are good and bad things about it. So, what are the best and some of the not so good things about being a lady in the army?
所以身为女生呢，你当一个 career soldier， 你有什么样的好处跟坏处呢？
All right, well, Olivia explained, she says there's no big difference between male and female soldiers. Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe when your parents were young, female soldiers wouldn't have guns and they would be doing jobs like being a nurse or something like that. But in many countries now, right, women fly helicopters, they drive tanks and trucks and airplanes. They can do almost any job that the male soldiers can do. So as she says, there's no big difference. They're basically the same.
Oh, cool. 所以男女之间其实没有太大区别 Probably because that we have equal rights now.
Exactly. Yeah, why not? If women can do it just as well as men, why not? As she says, the army is equal. Everyone is considered to be the same. In the army, she says the only difference is women are sometimes less physically strong. So some of the jobs that just require muscle power, maybe some of the ladies wouldn't do that, but they can find lots of other work for people to do. Because one thing the army is good at, it's making work for people to do.
所以我们来看一下 equal 这个字。Equal 这边是形容词，是平等的，所以每个人都是平等的。英文就是 all people are equal。那么 equal 这个字呢，当动词也有跟什么东西相等，比如说 10 minus 2 equals 8， 10减2等于8。那我们来看另外一个句子 Mom treats my sister and me with equal love. She loves me as much as my sister. 所以呢，就是妈妈呢对我们的爱是同等的，爱我跟姐姐都一样。所以军队是平等的，唯一不太一样的是有时候女生在生理上会没有像男生那么强壮，所以 physically strong 就是身体上的。那如果 if you're talking about the mind， 那就是 mentally。所以形容词是 physical and 心理。How do you say mentally? I mean the adjective form of mentally.
Mental?
Yeah, mental. Yeah, so physical and mental.
That's absolutely right. And the army will use all of your physical powers and your mental powers too. There's a lot of good things to do to challenge you in the army.
所以我们刚刚说 physically strong.
Oh,
so you can say Mike is stronger than me, than I am.
I don't know about that.
Let's talk about strong.
Okay.
Strong 就是好强壮、很有力的，所以呢，我们也可以当一个人的信仰啊，或者是意见很坚决、很坚定的。比如说一个人的个性好，他如果很强的个性，你就可以说一个人有 strong personality， 或者是很坚定的主见。我们只要说 strong opinions、strong views 都可以代表。那么如果当气味啊或味道等等等什么东西很强烈或浓郁也可以哦，比如说 Don't you think the coffee is a little too strong？ 你不觉得这个咖啡有点太浓了吗？那我们再看另外一个句子 My teacher helped me move my desk. She's so strong. 我的老师帮助我搬桌子，她力气也太大了吧。
All right, so as we get back to the article, we have another good question for Olivia. The question is, will all soldiers fight if a war happens here? That's a good question.
Yeah.
Are the soldiers all going to go out and do what soldiers do and fight? Or are they going to, run away? I don't think...
Run away?
No, I would hope not. But I don't know. That's a good question, though.
所以这边的 fight 是打架，我们再来看一下有没有其他的意思哦。Fight 在我们文章中是指跟谁打仗作战，所以它的三态就是 fight, fought, fought。所以呢，就像平常我们说的，我们如果一般只是说击败感冒啊或病毒，也可以这样用。比如说 ，It is said that steamy showers can help fight colds and flu。就是呢，蒸汽淋浴呢可以帮助你对抗感冒跟流感。那么其实口语上我们只是口头上的吵架也可以用 fight 这个字。比如说 I heard them fighting again last night。我昨晚又听到他们在吵架了。那我们再看另外一个句子 The two countries fought over the small island， 就是这两个国家呢为了争夺这个小岛就开始打仗了。所以呢，如果这里发生战争的话，所有的士兵都会打仗吗
？Well, will all the soldiers fight? Olivia has an answer she sounds very confident about, and I'm glad to hear it. She says, yes.This is our mission. This is our job. We're soldiers. We fight and protect the country in times of war. So she says, yes, this is our mission. And then actually she points out something really important. However, not all will be on the front line. The front line is where the fighting is actually happening. I remember reading in a history book, I think this was in World War II, but only 10% of all the soldiers actually were fighting.
Oh,
The other 90% were doing
the back
desk jobs,
backup?
paperwork, driving trucks, cooking food, working in the hospitals, washing washing the clothes, all that kind of stuff. So really, when you think of fighting as a soldier, only a few of the soldiers would actually be doing that.
所以呢 Olivia 就说呀，当然咯，这是我们的任务 mission 就是任务。所以他说，但是只有一些会在这个 on the front line 指的就是在前线，就是最前面在打那边。所以他说是的，这是我们的使命，我们每个人都会去打。不过呢，不是所有士兵都会在最前面。
Yeah, as she says, we have different jobs, but everyone plays a role. So not everyone's job is to be up there with the guns and stuff.Everyone has a different job, but everyone has a role or an important position to play. They have their own jobs. Might not be this job, but all the jobs help the team achieve success.
So what does play a role mean? I guess we can find out in our magic box.
Can we?
Yeah.
That would be great.
Magic Box.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Casey。不知道大家在学校有没有演过话剧或者是戏剧之类的呢？想当初我高中的时候，有一学期音乐课老师要我们演音乐剧，每个人都会分配到一个角色，除了背台词之外啊，还要唱歌，真的是很需要勇气。说到这个戏剧啊，或者是电影中的角色，在英文里面呢，我们可以用 role 这个名词来表示哦。那 role 跟另外一个比较长的单字叫做 character 都可以当做角色的意思哦。像是呢，如果你演的是主角啊，在英文里面就可以说 leading role or leading character。那配角的话则是 supporting role or supporting character。那用在一整句话里面呢，我们就可以说 Frank played the leading role in the movie。Frank 在这部电影里面饰演的是主角哦。He played the role of the hero. 他扮演的是一个英雄的角色。那这边大家有注意到，用 role 这个动词都是搭配 play 吗？那 play 呢，在这边呢，其实不是玩游戏的玩的意思哦，而是有扮演啊，或者是演出这样的意思哦。那我们很常就会用 play a role in something 来表示在什么情境中扮演怎么样的角色。不只是在刚刚说的戏剧电影里面，它其实也可以用在比较抽象的情境中哦。像是呢，某个人在团体中扮演重要的角色，可能是很有领导力啊，或是影响力这样的意思哦。那我们举个例子 ，Dennis plays an important role in the office. Everyone listens to his opinions. Dennis 在办公室里面扮演一个重要的角色，大家都会聆听他的意见。或者是呢，今天课文里面 Olivia 说到的，每一位军人在战争中扮演一个角色，都有一个属于他们的工作这样的意思哦。Every soldier plays a role in the war. 以上的片语用法，大家都有记起来了吗？
所以 每个人都有不同的工作，那只是扮演不同的角色。
Okay, here's a question that I have never thought about actually, but it's a good one. Do soldiers have any superstitions? I know a lot of athletes have superstitions.
Like what?
Well, they'll put on one sock before the other, you know, always the left before the right,
really?
something like that. Yeah, people when they go out and there's some danger to their job, things they can't control, you know? Okay. Sometimes they do have these superstitions, these kinds of beliefs that they just think, if I do this, I will be lucky. If I forget to do this, I could be in for a bad day. Something bad could happen. I have to follow my superstitions.
这是迷信的意思，所以就是我们 A+ 就问了这个士兵呢，说，那你们有没有任何的迷信呢？那这个字其实变形容词 superstitious， 就是变迷信的。比如说 be superstitious about something， 所以就是军人有迷信的地方吗？ Do they have any?
Well, Olivia has a good answer. Different departments have different ones. You could probably also add different soldiers have different ones. Everyone is a little different, but they do have some very interesting superstitions from the army or from the armed forces.
Right, 所以不同部门呢有不同迷信的地方哦 ，like
Yeah. Well, notice there I said the army and the armed forces. The army are the soldiers on the land. Armed forces are all of those. The Air Force in the air, Navy on the boats, Army on the land. And so she's actually talking about a different branch of the armed forces. She says, for example, Navy soldiers, or as we would call them, sailors, don't turn over fish when they eat.
Okay.
So if you're on a Navy boat and someone serves a fish, only eat one side of the fish.
Yeah, I think that's one of the superstitions fishermen have.
Fishermen also have it. Well,
Yeah.
Okay, I can see how it would carry over from a fishing boat to a Navy boat. That makes sense. And there's a good reason for it too, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. It says doing this, turning over the fish, is like turning the ship over. And of course, being on a ship that goes upside down would be a really bad situation. So you want to be lucky. You want to use your superstitions so that hopefully that terrible thing, the ship turning over, won't happen to you.
所以这个 Navy soldier 其实他们的迷信就是吃鱼的时候不会翻面。那为什么呢？因为就像是 turning the ship over。所以我们看一下 ship 这个字。Ship 就是轮船的意思，那这个字呢当动词也有运送哦，所以通常你们买完网拍，是不是最开心的事情就是看到 Your order has been shipped， 你的订单已经发货了。那我们再看一个句子 The ship hit a large rock and sank into the bottom of the sea。 那个船呢撞到一块大岩石，然后就整个掉到海里面去了。所以把鱼翻面其实就是像翻船一样。
Exactly right. And again, that's bad if you're on the ship.
Yeah.
They shouldn't do that. So what do you think? Are you
well,
any closer to joining the army after reading this interview with Olivia?
Okay, I'll start training.
You will? Okay. I won't join you. I think I'm too old. Yay, I'm too old. Yay.
You're not.
So, I think I am. I don't know. Sometimes being old is not so bad. I think I could join, but they won't pick me first.
Oh, okay.
They pick the younger people first,
Then
which is a good idea.
They're going to pick you over me. Definitely.
You think?
Yeah, you look stronger. So much stronger than I am.
Well, I do like eating fish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay,
so
then don't do it.
Maybe I could be on a Navy ship. All right, guys, we're going to go to our review time.
Review time.
All right, everyone, it is time for our review time. We're going to keep it brief, and the good news is we have the perfect game. It's opposites. That's right. I will say the word, and you will have to pick the word from our list that is the opposite of that word. So if I say tall, you say?
Short.
If I say big, you say?
Small.
Good. Now I say weak. I'm so weak.
I can't do anything.
Can't lift a little
I can help
pencil.
you because I'm strong.
You are so strong and you are so right too. Well done. Unfair.
Unfair.
This is unfair.
So that means the opposite is
This is
fair.
unbalanced.
So when something
This is out of equilibrium.
we are equal.
Equal, right? If something is equal, it's even. Everyone's the same. If it's unfair, for example, if I get most of the pizza and you get one piece, that's not equal. that would be unfair or unequal, which is the exact opposite of equal. All right, here's one. Let's see. Airplane.
Airplane.
Bicycle.
Bicycle. Airplane in the sky. Bicycle on the land.
Submarine.
Submarine. Oh yeah, that's quite similar to one of the words we talked about today. I think it's ship.
It must be ship. Ships go on the water. Airplanes go in the air. Cars or whatever. Bicycles on the land. And submarines are those boats that go underwater. Okay, and the last one. Hug.
Hug. Hug.
Hold hands.
Okay, we are in a harmonious relationship.
Yes, and we are not doing this.
We're fighting.
Right. If you're hugging the person, you're not fighting. You're happy. You enjoy that person. You might even love that person. And you certainly are not fighting. And that's better. So if we can all hug and not fight, that would make the world a nicer place. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here sometime soon. Peace and love to everyone. And yeah, come back and join us for more great articles in the future. Until then.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
This is Mike. This is Shikling.
Oh, yeah, right. Peace out.
Being a soldier in the Taiwanese army. Warm-up question. If your country goes to war, would you want to protect it?
What makes you happy in this job?
I meet many different people and learn from them. I can visit other countries too. It's all eye-opening.
What is good and bad about being a female soldier?
There is no big difference between male and female soldiers. The army is equal. The only difference is women are sometimes less physically strong.
Will all soldiers fight if a war happens here?
Yes, this is our mission. However, not all will be on the front line. We have different jobs, but everyone plays a role.
Do soldiers have any superstitions?
Different departments have different ones. For example, Navy soldiers don't turn over fish when they eat. Doing this is like turning the ship over.
Word power. Equal. Equal. Mom treats my sister and me with equal love. She loves me as much as my sister. Mom treats my sister and me with equal love. She loves me as much as my sister. Strong, strong. My teacher helped me move my desk. She's so strong. My teacher helped me move my desk. She's so strong. Fight, 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 fought, fought. The two countries fought over the small island. The two countries fought over the small island. Ship, ship. The ship hit a large rock and sank to the bottom of the sea. The ship hit a large rock and sank to the bottom of the sea.
认识字汇
Physically. Physically. Mission. Mission. Superstition. Superstition.